What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. RB back with another closer look review. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Syndicate collectibles Eddie Quest the Howling figure 1/12 scale. And like always, we start off with the packaging. As you can see there, very cool imaging right there. Love that. Howling 1/12 scale collectibles Syndicate. And on the side you got the Howling Syndicate. The back, the Howling, pretty basic. Love that image right there on the bottom. Some legalese there. Some also cool images here on the other side. That is the top. That is the bottom with some more legalese. NECA style type packaging here. Love that image right there, the poster right there. And that's normally where the figure would be. I've gone ahead and taken everything out to speed this up. But that is it for the packaging. Now, let's get a closer look at the accessories. Alrighty, and then for the accessories, he comes with an alternate head and 4 extra hands. 6 total, counting the ones on the figure. But as you can see, this is pretty badass right here, man. It's so nice to get an Eddie Quest 1/12 scale Howling figure. Look at the teeth on this. Nice clean paint apps. Great sculpt. Look at the ears. Wow. Very cool. He comes already with the ball peg in the head. So that's pretty cool right there. That's different. Look at the eyes, man. That's so freaking cool. Very, very creepy and classic werewolf. Love Eddie Quest. Love the movie. Here is one set of hands, one hand right here. Look at the detail on the nails. That's a right. That is a left. Look at the detail on the nails, man. I hope that's coming through on the camera really well. Look at that. 1/12 scale, guys. Look at the sculpt work on that. Look at that. Wow. Syndicate Collectibles is killing it. And here's another set of hands, a little bit more open than the ones I just showed you. But again, great detail in the sculpt on the hands. That's for the left, this is for the right. Very cool detail, man. This is exceptional for 1/12 scale. Kind of hard to beat this. But that's it for the accessories. Now let's get a closer look at Mr. Eddie Quest himself. Back in a minute, guys. And here's Eddie Quest, the Howling Werewolf in all his glory. And like all these closer look reviews, I start off with a 360 look before I bring him in for the real thing. First impressions right out of the box. If you see even the images that are up on Big Bad right now and some of the other promo images, the final product in terms of paint apps is a little bit different in person. It's just a minor nitpick, but it's worth pointing out. This stand is a Mayfix stand. He does stand up pretty well and balance pretty well on his own. But on the turn base, he does wobble a little bit, so I put him on a Mayfix stand. And once I put him on a shelf or in a DTOF, he will be on a stand just to be safe. But he does balance pretty well. Articulation is pretty good. The arms and the elbows on mine, if yours is the same, you're going to need to heat them up. The range, though, in the head and the torso and the legs is really good. Exceptional sculpt work, which you'll see when I bring him in for the real thing, and then you'll see how he scales in size comparisons when I get to that part of the video. But, I mean, aside from the paint being a little bit different on the final product, there's nothing really to complain about here, man. If you love this movie, and this is a classic, probably one of the most menacing werewolves out in terms of movies, and just the look, the way the ears are pinned back like that, he's just... He makes, I mean, you see this in an alley, man, you're going to piss yourself. But Syndicate Collectibles did an overall very good job with the sculpt work. And first impressions are, again, other than the arms being a little bit stiff, which you throw a little heat on that, it'll be fine. Very impressed. But let's get this guy off the 360 base and bring him in for the real thing. Back in a minute, guys. Alright, so bringing this guy in for the real thing here, like I said, sculpt work. I mean, look at that, man. Look at the teeth. If this would just clear up. Look at that. The detail, the sculpt all the way around. Very nicely done. These are all like floating pieces here. You got his wolf booty there. Again, sculpt work, really good. Look at the nails. I mean, this is exceptional. Syndicate Collectibles. If you got the Pumpkinhead 112 scale figure, you know what you're getting here, man. This figure is badass. I'm digging this. Definitely digging this figure, man. Holy hell. Look at the nails on the feet, dude. Look at that. Great sculpt work. Pretty good paint apps. Again, different from the images that we saw, but still really good. Really good. Yeah, I'm digging this. But now we're going to stop and we're going to bring in some other figures for some quick size comparisons. Back in a minute, guys. All right, and the first comparison would be obvious for me anyway. It's the Syndicate Collectibles Pumpkinhead with the Syndicate Collectibles Eddie Quest, the Howling Werewolf. And as you can see, Pumpkinhead definitely is taller. But yeah, same company, same scale. So that's what he looks like next to him. Here he is next to the Mezco 112 Collective 78 Myers. As you could definitely see, he's definitely far taller than Michael Myers, which he should be. And Mezcos tend to scale a little bit larger, so definitely in scale with that one. And finally, here he is next to the NECA Ultimate Halloween Kills Michael Myers figure. Again, NECA definitely scales a little bit bigger than more like 1/10 scale. But just to give you guys an idea how he scales with NECA, he is a little bit taller than Myers, but again, 1/10 scale, 1/12 scale, but I just figured I'd throw it in there. So that's going to wrap up the size comparisons. I'll be back with my final thoughts. All right, giving you my final thoughts. If you stuck around to this part of the review, I think you already know where I stand with this. I think this is an awesome classic film. Glad to see Syndicate Collectibles killing it with the Pumpkinhead and now the Eddie Quest Howling figure. It's going to be interesting to see, based on the promo images, how the NECA one comes out. Again, the NECA one, Eddie Quest, will be bigger because they're more like 1/10 scale. And there's also enough differences, in my opinion, to grab both if you can. The NECA one will be a little bit cheaper. This one runs for about $60. The NECA will probably be about $40, like usual for the Ultimates. But based on the images we've seen so far, again, bigger, slightly bigger scale, but enough differences in the sculpt and the paint apps that you can have the Syndicate Collectibles to scale with your 1/12 scale figures, and you can get the NECA one to scale with your NECA and McFarlane figures and have them displayed completely different. So I think it's a win-win, especially if you're a Howling fan, that we're getting a 1/12 scale and a 1/10 scale. I think Syndicate Collectibles did a really good overall job, but I want to hear from you. Is this a pickup? Is this a pass? Let me know in the comment section below. Please make sure the video gets a thumbs up, as it can help more people find this review. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And like always, stay safe and be good. Enjoy the close-ups, guys. Peace.